Welcome to ATP Customs. Well, it's been a while and it's time for an update on the C10 cab. This is a cab, not a cab, this is a whole truck we're building for a gentleman, but we're starting with the cab. It is a, I believe it's about an 85 or so, mid 80s anyways, C10 two-wheel drive short box. His chassis has all the suspension already slammed and done. So we will be having the chassis come in soon. We have been waiting months and months for parts from Brothers Trucks in the US and having all of our shipments turned around, so Mr. White had to get busy and make all the new panels. So just to recap, cab corners, rockers, had to do all inside rockers, had to make all of these panels here, and the inside panel had to be made, as well as the inside cab corner. That's why these little tabs are still sticking out. I have to trim those off and weld it together. And just about done on this side. That cab corner still needs to be finished. This is the inside one. It was all obviously rotted. Somebody cut it out here. But there is an inside panel has been built. The actual cab support underneath, which is a big rectangular piece that goes directly under here, was rotted right out, and that was a piece we were really waiting for. Well, that never showed up either, so had to make it. We had to use multiple different rocker panels before we found one that fits properly, because they don't fit very good. They do not make these things very well at the factory. You have to stretch them and lots of clearancing to get them to fit the doors properly. And the inside panel, that was an ugly mess. That whole panel was bent, destroyed, because this cab took some sort of a hit and it pushed the floor up here and pushed this panel in. So there was a lot of repairs there. And that is just tacked in, and I'm going to get all the finishing work done to it over the next couple days. But it's all tacked in and welded together. Just have to finalize it. And we are really hoping that we are still going with Hugger Orange on this one, just because we didn't get to do a Hugger Orange one yet. So pretty quick, you guys are going to see the chassis coming in for this thing, and we'll get this thing in primer. We're not sure if we have to find out if we're doing the firewall. Does he want to save money and just go with a rock guard style black, or do we get to actually customize it, smooth it out, and make it all nice and orange and match the rest of the cab? So once the rockers are all done being welded in, I guess we can pull all the glass out of this thing and we're going to get down to the good stuff. And what we are hoping is when it comes time to do some primering, this thing's just about ready for primering. So we'll try and squeeze them both in the same day so we're not wasting any primer. I always like to do that. Use it all up while you can. But there you go. C10 cab is coming along nicely. And Monday morning we should have the willies back in. So the funny thing is, today I got a phone call from UPS saying that they finally airshipped all of our parts for the third time, and they're supposed to be arriving today for this thing. Even though it's all done. I think we are, I don't even know, it's 4 or 5 months, maybe longer. So yes, sounds like we have extra parts, but the cool thing is that amongst those parts is the parts for my 69 C10, the short box that I want to throw the big block in. So that's good. Once we get those parts, we can look at moving on to that project soon, which is very exciting. I have been waiting over 30 years to get my hands on that truck and build it. Took me a very long time to corner that one. And I found it sitting in a field right next to a garden, just rotting away as usual. So we're going to be on to a lot of C10s this fall and winter. Thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe.